Did you know that some victims are polyvictims? When representing victims of crime, the fact that a victim is a polyvictim may impact their choice of how or whether to exercise their victim's rights. What is polyvictimization? Polyvictimization occurs when a victim is exposed to multiple types of violence, crime, abuse, or neglect. For example, a victim may have experienced sexual violence and also harassment, or child abuse and identity theft, or any combination of types of offenses. Let's hear from Dr. Jerry Yeager, the Director of Training for the Denver Children's Advocacy Center, who explains why polyvictimization is important.
The research on children and adolescents exposed to victimization suggests that when clients are being interviewed regarding exposure to an incident of victimization, it is highly likely that when questioned, they will begin to reveal multiple different types of victimizations they've been exposed to in the past. I bet you that's not news to any of you. But what might be news is that the higher the number of different types of victimizations that your clients have been exposed to in the past increases the probability of negative developmental outcomes in their future and the higher likelihood that they will be exposed to victimization in their future.
So what do we know about the impacts of polyvictimization? The majority of the research so far has focused on child victims, and this research demonstrates that polyvictims tend to experience a much higher level of lifetime adversities and distress than victims who experience repeat victimizations of a single type. Some studies reflect that polyvictims increase their risk for serious physical and mental health consequences. For example, the risk of depression is doubled for polyvictims, and the risk of PTSD is tripled. Increased risk associated with other negative outcomes may be even more extreme. Polyvictims are also more likely to be victimized again, and research suggests that children who are polyvictims are 2 to 7 times more likely than non-victimized children to be victimized in the future. When comparing polyvictims to others who have experienced victimization, levels of serious victimization are 4 to 6 times greater for polyvictims than for other victims. Polyvictimization can influence victims' rights in a number of different ways. Polyvictims whose previous experiences with the criminal justice system were negative may be more reluctant to participate in these proceedings or assert their rights. Litigation of victims' rights issues in advance can help clarify procedures and assist polyvictims who choose to exercise their rights in a case. As with many victims, privacy is often a critical concern for polyvictims, and particularly so if the prior victimizations were of a sensitive nature. Victims' rights can be used to help protect the privacy of these victims. Polyvictimization can also impact victims' rights in the context of restitution. Polyvictims may seek or benefit from resources that other victims may not use or know of, resulting in additional expenses that can be sought in restitution. Be sure to be aware of privacy-related issues in the restitution context as well, as some defendants attempt to use restitution requests as a pretext for prying into a polyvictim's past victimizations. The bottom line? These are only a few examples of the ways in which polyvictimization can impact a victim's assertion of his or her victim's rights. Now you know a little bit more about polyvictims. For more information, NCVLI has published a number of in-depth bulletins, including one addressing polyvictimization and victims' rights. These are available for download on our website in the Law Library. NCVLI can also provide more specific information and resources to members of the victims' rights community. To submit a request for assistance, please visit our website and fill out the online request form. Victims deserve to be treated fairly in the criminal justice system, and NCVLI is here to help.